Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be making this spiced seasonal squash soup. This is a perfect way to use up all of those pumpkins from Halloween and great for November weather. As part of my decorations for Halloween, I had several types of squash and pumpkin, so I'm using two of those in this recipe today. I'm using the acorn squash. So I've already cut up one, then I'm going to split it, scoop it and segment it and get it on that baking tray. I found that an ice cream scoop was really useful for this. I don't know why I haven't thought of that before. I should say that this amount of pumpkin is only going to do a couple of portions, so it's perfect if you're like Chris and I and it's just you two that you're feeding. Once they're all on the tray, I'm going to put a little bit of oil on. I like to use the garlic olive oil. And then I'm just going to pop some seasonings on there as well. I went for a little bit of paprika and I just sprinkled it all over just to make sure the pumpkin got a little bit of everything. And then of course I added some cracked black pepper and I finished them with a little bit of salt. Then I popped these into the oven at about 180 degrees Celsius on fan and left them there for 45 minutes. And after that, you can see we've got this beautiful, super soft, golden pumpkin. The knife goes in and there's no resistance. That's how you know it's properly cooked. So for the next part of this, we're going to need a pan and we're going to need a spatula. And basically we're just going to scoop out the fillings from the skin. You can eat the skin. I ate quite a lot of the skin while I was doing this because it was crispy and delicious. You can see how soft and tender and delicate that pumpkin flesh is as I'm removing it off the skins. Once I've taken it off the skins, I'm going to pop it into the pot for safekeeping. Now that's all in the pan, I'm going to add a few things to make it into soup. I've got some homemade chicken stock here, a bit of water, and then some spices. I've got cumin, I've got paprika, I've got ground coriander, a little bit of pepper again. I've also got some ground garlic granules. And then I'm also going to add a little bit of honey in for sweetness. So first in with the stock. It is jelly-like because a good stock should be jelly-like. So don't be put off by that if you make your own, it's perfect. You can also use a stock cube for this, there'd be absolutely no reason why not, and you could keep it veggie or vegan if you did it this way. I just had the stock that I really wanted to not waste. Then I'm adding some water in just to make up the liquid, and then I'm just popping that onto heat for it to cook through and adding in all my spices. I think I added like 1/4 teaspoon of each of these. Once the spices are mixed in and warmed through a little bit, I'm adding in that honey to lend a little bit of natural sweetness to the pumpkin. This is what it looks like once it's on the stove, and I'm just adding in some water just to help it along with consistency, and then I'm going to leave this to simmer for about 10 minutes. After that, with the heat off, we can use our submersion blender to give it a good blend and make it nice and smooth. I prefer the soup smooth, but you may like it a little bit chunky. Just make sure that you're keeping that head under the liquid all the time so you don't get loads of splashes, because that hurts when you get hot soup on your hands. Here I'm just checking the smoothness, and you can see on the spoon it's very thick at this point. So I had a little taste, and then I thought I'd go and let Chris taste some as well, so off I go. And we decided that it needed to be a little bit smoother, so I'm adding more of that chicken stock and I'm adding a little bit more salt in there as well. I don't think I filmed that, but I did do that. And now we're just making it lovely and smooth and melting that stock. Look at it, it's so smooth. I was very surprised that it came out so well, to be honest. It is now ready to eat. I prefer soup in a mug. I think it tastes better that way. I'm serving mine with a little bit of bread and butter. I recommend putting a swirl of creme fraiche or yogurt or cream in there as well. And enjoy. It's such a delicious soup, and let me know if you make it. As always, if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I hope to see you around. Bye!